Hey guys, welcome by a new review video. Today I'm gonna test the EcoTank 2800 Series from Epson. Epson is a very famous brand in printing. Today I'm gonna test this EcoTank printer. I'm gonna do a full review video, everything from unboxing, installation, as a test print. So you get all ins and outs, full specs, so you know exactly if this is the product for you. So let's start with an unboxing, and in the meantime I'm gonna tell a little bit about Epson and who I am. So I am a professional photographer, so I know quite a bit about printing, printers, colors, etc. So Epson is quite a famous brand in printing. They make many photo printers as well, but of course they are very big, very expensive as well. So for home use, something like this is a better option. And why I bought this specific one is I like the EcoTank printer because you don't have cartridges, you have these ink bottles. That is really convenient because you have these ink bottles instead of cartridges, what makes it much cheaper to print. So in the end, this printer will pay for itself actually, because the bottles are the same price as a cartridge, except you can do up to 2 to 3 years with an ink bottle instead of 2 months. So yeah, you can make the calculation yourself, and in a few years you have this printer paid off only by ink. So let's get this thing out. You can do that. So let's see what was inside the box. So we have the manual, setup guide, everything you need to know. So, and here are the ink bottles. You can see they're quite big, they're quite large. There is about 65 milliliters in one. In a cartridge is about 4 or 5 milliliters, something like that, maybe 10. So yeah, with the cartridge you can do maybe 2-3 months. With this you can do 2-3 years, and they are the same price. So in the end, this printer is a bit more expensive, but it will pay itself off in the long run. So therefore, that's one of the reasons I choose for an EcoTank printer from Epson. And like I said, I really like the brand. I used Epson quite a lot, also professional printers from Epson, the larger ones for photos, and the quality is always great, always good. So also in these smaller printers, I expect quality to be good as well. I had the smaller printer from Epson before, and the quality was amazing. And why I choose this particular one, you have some without a display, but this one has a little display here. What I like, it's easier for the setup. I had one before without a display, and like when you move to another place and you had to do the Wi-Fi settings again, you had to do that with the application instead of on the screen, and it was quite a hassle. So that's why I thought, well, next time I buy an EcoTank printer, or next time I buy a printer, I want one with the screen. So that's why I choose this particular one. So let's just get this out of the package. So this is also an all-in-one printer, so it can scan, it can copy, it can print, it can do everything you need. Here is also a quick setup guide, how to install it, and we have all of the stickers that we're gonna remove. Let's do that. There we go. This is quite satisfying process to get this all out of the way. So there it is, the printer, the ink bottles. I think we are ready for the setup. So I'm gonna get a scissors to get this out of the bottle. Here we have the power cord as well. It's a standard power cord. The only thing it doesn't come with, what I am like, this is a minor flaw, or they would say they could improve that nowadays, because these printers are Wi-Fi, they don't deliver the USB cable anymore. So if you want to use a cable, you have to buy that separate, take that into account. For me, it's not a deal breaker, but I can understand for some people it is. So if Epson is watching, I would say, yeah, deliver also the cable with it. I know nowadays nobody delivers cables anymore, but yeah, they come in quite handy, and it's not a big thing for a printer of $200 to add a little cable. But For me, like I said, it's not a deal breaker. So I get the scissors and then we're gonna install this printer. You saw that? I was missing this one. So I had to open the printer all the way. But, so here we are. I put it in the cable before I open the bottles of ink, and this is from my perspective because I worked in printing quite a long time. I always give them a little shake before I open them, and that's because when ink is like in storage for a long time, it separates a little bit sometimes, so it's best to give it a bit of a shake before you use it. In that way you're sure that your ink is in the best quality and it can make sure you don't have any problems. So now let's fill this one up. So we're gonna start with black. It's quite an easy process. It's just opening and then we place it in and it clicks in and then it's gonna empty. It takes a little bit of time, about 50 seconds they said, but this way you don't spill, so it's quite a sophisticated system. I really like that. So that was the last one, cyan. Now all is done. It's filled up. You can put a little bit of paper in and then we're gonna fire this up. And now, let's turn it on for the first time. You can also do the full installation with the application. You have a QR code in the quick setup guide. My phone is in use, so I will do it manual, so you have both options. So we're going to start it up and then probably connect it to Wi-Fi. So that's why I think the screen is really handy. So we have to choose a language at first. So you can choose to work with the application, to work with a smart device like your phone. We don't have that at this moment, so we say no. So it says, did you fill up the ink bottles, or do that now? Well, we already did that, so say okay. So it says now it's ready to install. So we say yes, start installation. It takes about 11 minutes, so I will skip this part. So the installation is finished, took about 12 minutes. I think it has to fill the system with ink, so it took a while, but it's finished now. So we can click OK, make a test print now. So here we have it. This is the test print, and as you can see, it all looks good. No broken lines, nothing. So we say all is fine. So this one is for the alignment of the print head. So we have to start this process, and then in each line, which one has no stripes. So we start by line 1 and then we say okay, number 4 has the least amount of lines within. Then we go to 2 and then we have 4 again. Now we gonna set up the Wi-Fi because we want to print, of course. So we go into Wi-Fi. Okay. We start the Wi-Fi guide. So now it will search for local networks. Now I have to get the computer running as well because I don't know the password. So Wi-Fi is connected now. So let's see if we can print something. I don't have photo paper yet, so therefore I'm not going to do a photo print, but I will do just a normal test print to show you what this printer can do. Well, it's already, because it's on Wi-Fi, my computer immediately recognized the printer. So yeah, what I like about this printer, that's an all-in-one printer. It can do printing, it can do scanning. It works with Wi-Fi. Like I said, the only downside that I have for this printer is that it doesn't come with a cable. So if you want to use a printer cable, you have to buy that separate. That's the only downside I have for this printer. This is the image. It's just on normal paper, but you can see the quality already. It looks super sharp, super nice, even for a photo like on normal paper, it looks really good. So Epson really have good quality printers. I really love that, so that's why I like the brand so much. I use them for professional printing as well, photo printers, because like I said, I'm a photographer. So overall, I can really recommend this product. So there is one minor downside, but for the rest, all upsides about this printer. I love the display, but it's easy, really easy to use. You can also download the application. You can also print from your phone. It works on all devices. It works really easy. So I can totally recommend it. If you did like this video, then please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. That helps us a ton in creating more and more content. So I really hope this video helped. See you for the next one. Cheers!